All right, well, welcome everybody to this webinar today for Bitclub Network. Don't really want to say morning or evening because it depends on where you are in the world. I know we have people on from a lot of different countries right now. I'm over here in Asia. It's actually midnight where I am at the moment. And I know we have people on in different parts of Asia, also in India, also in Africa, all over Europe, literally across the planet. So good morning, good evening, good afternoon, depending on where you are. Glad you were able to make it. We got a lot of information for all of you. Doesn't matter if you're a brand new person listening for the very first time and hearing about Bitclub Network and Bitcoin in general, or if you've been in since the very beginning when Bitclub started over a year and a half ago. We got a lot of great info for you this evening. So let's just go ahead and jump right in. And we're actually going to start this as if you have never heard of Bitcoin before. We're literally going to cover everything for you to help you to understand exactly what Bitcoin is and how it's changing the world and how you can actually profit in this. There's so much money that can be made with Bitcoin. There's already been many millionaires, multi-millionaires made literally by accident with very little money. We're going to show you exactly how that's happened and how it could happen for all of us. So first of all, this website, and also I know it kind of blocks out sometimes when I switch from one web page to another web page, so I'll try to remember that and stop talking when I switch pages. Okay, so this website is blockchain. Blockchain is what's called a blockchain explorer, and there's actually many blockchain explorers. There's also BlockTrail and other ones. And what this is a viewer for you to view everything that's happening with Bitcoin live right now. And there's a lot of great information on this site, but I just want to start by showing you that Bitcoin is completely transparent. And you can actually see every single transaction that's happening in the world right now with Bitcoin live. So the whole idea behind Bitcoin is that you can send money or value to any person anywhere in the world right now instantaneously, the exact same as if you were standing face to face with that person and handing them cash. If you hand somebody cash, let's just say a $100 bill, just to keep it simple, there is no transaction fee for handing somebody a $100 bill. There is nobody that's going to say, you know, where did you get that money? Why are you giving it to that person? You can just hand them a $100 bill. But if you're in one country and somebody's in another country, or you're in one part of a country and they're in another part of a country, you can't just do that. You would actually need to send it through a third party like a bank or PayPal or Western Union or MoneyGram or other different companies like that. And all of those businesses, they all charge fees. Now they need to charge a fee. They're doing us a service. They have to have employees that manage all of this. They have to have security to protect our money. So there's a lot of different things going on there. But on top of that, not only are there fees, but we have to trust those people. And me personally, I have had bank accounts that have been shut down. I've had PayPal accounts frozen. I know many of you on here have as well. And so some people go, well, no, we can trust banks. Well, just ask the people in Greece how they feel. About a year ago, there was all sorts of issues in Greece. And doesn't matter how much money you had in the bank there in Greece, they literally made it where you could only withdraw 60 euro a day. You could have had 10,000, 100,000, a million, 10 million euro in the bank. You were only allowed to take out 60 a day. The lines on the ATM were a mile long. Like, it was just a horrible situation. And that just shows that when the banks have our money, it's really their money. They just give us what they want to give us. With Bitcoin, though, it can never be slowed down or stopped at all. And it's really because of the way it was designed. So let me just show you something here real quick. Let me pull out my pen. Hang on a second here. Get a good color that'll work good. Where are we at here? There we go. Okay. So if I draw a circle here, and we just say that this is Bitcoin, BTC on here. So this is Bitcoin. This represents Bitcoin. That's a T, not a J. All right, so with Bitcoin, there is no person, government, company, no one controls Bitcoin. It's like the internet. It's actually a protocol, and it's everywhere and it's nowhere. And if you think of, a bank or PayPal or something like that, all of those are centralized entities. And we'll just use PayPal as an example. If you knew where PayPal was and you had a rocket, you could blow up PayPal. PayPal would be gone. With Bitcoin, that can never happen. And the reason it can never happen is because there is no Bitcoin place. Bitcoin is actually hosted on thousands and thousands of computers all over the world. These are specialized computers. And not only are they hosted on all these, but all of these computers are actually powering Bitcoin. So that's why you see all these transactions happening right here. Something's powering that. And what's powering it are these thousands and thousands and thousands of people and computers that are hosting the network. Now, this makes it a distributed network, and that's very important because the first thing is if you blow up one of these computers, it doesn't matter. There's still thousands more. Also, let's say you were to hack one of these computers. Well, the network runs on a 51% majority rule. 51% of all of these thousands of people have to agree that these transactions are correct. So if you have one guy that gets hacked and the guy's coming in here and he's trying to say that, this transaction is not correct and it should go to him instead, you got all of the other computers going, that's not correct. So Bitcoin can never be hacked, ever, ever, ever. So it's really a perfect system, and you have literally the world's best computer scientists that have been reviewing everything about Bitcoin since it started. And you can actually read and look at all of the code. It's completely open source. You can check out everything about Bitcoin inside and out. There's just no way to change it because you would have to literally change it on all of the computers that are running Bitcoin. And there's just no way to do that. So it's super, super safe to handle, and it's mathematical, so there is no way to, just arbitrarily change something. It's not like, the U.S. government or any other government out there that can just say, hey, print us another $1 trillion and put that into the economy. And most people don't really understand what inflation means. And what inflation really is talking about, and the reason I mention this is because Bitcoin works the exact opposite way. So when they talk about the inflation, my mom, she's older. She's actually 88 years old. And I can always remember growing up, and even still now, she likes telling me that when she was little, that she used to be able to buy a Hershey bar for a nickel, and she used to be able to buy a Coke for a nickel, 5 cents. And now a Hershey bar and a Coke, basically about $1.50 each. And that's a cheap price. I mean, if you buy it at like a hotel, they're going to really get you for it. But we're looking at like $1.50. So if my mom was paying 5 cents and now it's $1.50, look at how much different that is. The chocolate is no different. The Coca-Cola is no different. It's that the money is worth less. It takes more money to buy something. And that's what happens with fiat currency. As you put more and more and more of the currency into the whole system, it all becomes worth less and less and less and less and less. So we'll talk about that a little bit more here in just a minute. Let's jump back over here to Bitcoin and how this whole thing runs. Now, all of these people, they have their computers hooked into the network. But why would they do this? Because with Bitcoin, there's basically no fees. There's no one to trust. I mean, there's literally no third party running this. So it's completely safe, completely transparent. But why would people spend money on computers and electricity if there's no money to be made with the fees? So for that, we kind of got to go back to the beginning. Bitcoin actually started January 3rd. It's a little tough doing this with a mouse. Apologize. January 3rd, 2009. And January 3rd, 2009, Satoshi Nakamoto, he launched Bitcoin. And in the first 10 minutes that Bitcoin started, there was one block of Bitcoin that was created, just one. And in that block, there was 50 Bitcoin. And that 50 Bitcoin went to Satoshi Nakamoto because he was the only one with his computer hooked into the network. There was nobody else doing it. It was only him. 10 minutes after that, another block was created, another 50 Bitcoin. So it was every 10 minutes. 10 minutes. And it kept up at that pace, a new block of 50 Bitcoin being created every 10 minutes for 210,000 blocks. That's about 4 years, just under 4 years. At that point, it actually dropped down to 25 new Bitcoin every 10 minutes. And that's where we are right now, is 25 new Bitcoin being created every 10 minutes. And this is the reward for people that have their computers hooked into the Bitcoin network. And it's going to go for another 210,000 blocks, and then it's going to drop down to 12 and a half. Now, that's going to happen end of July of this year. And so, remember, 210,000, another 210,000, so that would be 420,000 total. These are actually the blocks up here. You can see we're at 409,597. So we're still like 10,403 blocks away from getting to the next halving. So that should happen the end of July. All right, so about every 4 years, 210,000 blocks, it's going to keep going in half. So from 50 to 25, 25 to 12 and a half, 12 and a half to 6 and a quarter, 6 and a quarter to 3 and an eighth. And it's just going to keep going in half and half and half until the year 2140. Now the year 2140, it's 125 years from now, there will be a total of 21 million Bitcoin total. At that point, there will never be any more new Bitcoin created. That will be it. So it's kind of the opposite of inflation. This is a set amount, and everybody knows exactly how much it will be. And again, we know this because Bitcoin is completely open source. You can review the code. You can see this information. You don't have to guess at it. Okay, give me 1 second here. I'm going to erase these real quick. We'll talk about some more stuff. All right, so in the beginning, now I have heard some people say to me, and they've been told this by people that just don't know. And by the way, with Bitcoin, I know there's a lot of people with preconceptions. You know, you hear something and you think Bitcoin's one way, and I was the same way. When I first heard about Bitcoin, I heard, you know, certain things, so I thought it was a certain way. And then when I finally did a bunch of research and I figured out that, hang on, I was completely wrong in what I was thinking. And so I know there's a lot of misconceptions, and I've heard people say, well, when Bitcoin started in the beginning, everybody thought it was a scam. And that's completely not true. And the reason that's not true is because in the beginning, when Bitcoin started, Bitcoin had no value at all, zero value. Because it really wasn't about money at all. It was about proving an idea that you and I can do a transaction with no third party, no fees, works anywhere in the world, and anybody can use Bitcoin. Also, don't forget, banks and PayPal, you have to qualify to be able to use their services. And we're talking about most of the world have no access to banking, Visa, MasterCard, nothing like that, no PayPal. They have to use Western Union, and Western Union can charge some crazy fees sometimes. And so they were just trying to prove, could this actually work without having anybody to run it on a daily basis? No customer support for the actual network. Can this actually work? And so the first transaction actually didn't even happen until May 22nd. Write this on here, May 22nd of 2010. Now remember, Bitcoin started January 3rd, 2009. So we're talking about over 17 or almost 17 months, over 16 months. So almost 17 months after Bitcoin started was actually the first transaction. Now in the beginning, there was only a few people that had their computers hooked into the network doing the mining because there was no money in it. And by the way, having your computer hooked into the network, that's called Bitcoin mining because you're getting new Bitcoin. All right, so a group of these really high-level programmers, some of them were doing the Bitcoin mining, some of them weren't, but they just wanted to be a part of Bitcoin, and some guys were asking, you know, could they get some Bitcoin? And one guy that had a lot, he had been doing Bitcoin mining, he said, I'll give somebody 10,000 Bitcoin if you'll buy me a couple pizzas. And that guy was in Florida, and a guy in London says, sure, no problem, I'll buy you a pizza. What do you want? You know, where do you want it from? You know, what's their phone number? What's your address? I'll get it sent right over to you, no problem. So he ended up getting 2 Papa John's pizzas, spent about $25, and that guy received 10,000 Bitcoin. Now at that point, we have a price. Oop. Oh, sorry everybody, my speaker turned off. I don't know if you guys missed anything I said. I was talking about the pizza. So at that point, we actually have a price, 10,000 Bitcoin for $25. Oh, somebody just said all good. Great, great, great. Glad you guys didn't miss anything. All right, so we got a pizza. Let me write my pizza on here. So we got a pizza. Pizza. Apologize again. This is kind of a pain in the butt. For $25. And that guy received 10,000 Bitcoin. So now more people start saying, well, hey, wait a minute. I want some Bitcoin. I'll give you $25 for 10,000 Bitcoin. But Bitcoin's rare. There's only so much of it. And so he's like, no, thank you. I don't want to sell my Bitcoin. So people started offering more money. Well, what if we give you $50, $100, $200 for 10,000? And the price started going up. So it actually took about 20 months, but let's just say 1.5 years. 1.5 years for the price to go from nothing, just an idea, to where it worked itself up to 10 cents just from people saying, I want some, I want some, I want some. 10 cents for 1 Bitcoin. And now it's been another 5.5 years since then. And now the price, oh, hang on, give me 1 second here. Now the price has gone from 10 cents to, and we'll go look at this together. Give me a second here. Give me a second. So at the moment, we got a price of $452. Let me go back over here. So now it went from 10 cents to 400. Oops, I was going to write it to 50. I'm just going to call it 450. Keep it simple. So that's a growth, a multiple of 4,500. Let's put that in perspective for a minute. 5.5 years ago, if you would have bought $1 worth of Bitcoin, you would have got 10 Bitcoins. And now those 10 Bitcoins would be worth $4,500. If you would have purchased $100, so $100 worth of Bitcoin 5.5 years ago, you'd have gotten 1,000 Bitcoin. So that Bitcoin would now be worth $450,000. I don't know of another investment that you could have gotten involved with 5.5 years ago, put in $100 and now be sitting on 450,000. It just doesn't exist. Bitcoin is the best investment by far over the past 5.5 years. And I know a lot of people think, oh, well, we missed it. You know, we can't have that kind of growth. We can't make money like that anymore. Not true at all. And let me show you why. Not tell you why. Let me show you why. Hang on once. Let me erase these drawings. And we're going to go back over here to CoinDesk. Now, for those of you that are new and don't know about CoinDesk, CoinDesk is a great website. They've been around for a long, long time, and they talk about everything you can think of about Bitcoin. There's lots of different stories about Bitcoin. You can put your email address in there. They'll send you good, bad, indifferent stories all the time. And there's lots of different sections on here, all about the Bitcoin network, different guides, how you can use Bitcoin, different events that are going on, research stuff, news stuff. You can even search, like if you live in a certain country and you want to read news articles about what's going on in your country with Bitcoin, just put the name of your country in there, hit search. It'll bring up all the articles for that with that keyword in it. So CoinDesk is a great site. But what I want to show you right now is kind of the demand, the growth rate of Bitcoin. So we're going to go down here to Bitcoin Network Statistics. And then we're going to go here to Daily Bitcoin Transactions. All right, so you can see that here in the beginning, there was no transactions, nothing. Then our pizza's right in here. And then in 2012, you can see the growth rate just started climbing. And actually, when Bitclub Network started, we were like right in here. It was, you know, just a little over 50,000 transactions daily that were happening. And now, a lot of days, we're over 200,000 transactions a day. The growth rate's amazing, but this is nothing, 200,000 transactions a day. Remember, Bitcoin is so simple and easy to use. It's fast. Like I've paid with plane tickets, paid for hotel rooms, and just the speed that you can do a transaction. Just think about when you pay for something online with Visa or MasterCard, you got to put in your name, your card number, expiration, 3-digit code, billing address, all of that. With Bitcoin, just a QR code pops up. You scan the QR code, hit send. 1 second later, thank you for your purchase. It's instantaneous and so fast. Now, we all, if you think about it, use money probably 10 to 20 times a day. If we end up getting 1 billion people using Bitcoin, and they're doing, on average, 10 transactions a day, that's 10 billion a day. We're at 200,000. There's nothing. It's nothing. Now, we all know that everything is based on supply and demand. Price of gold, price of silver, oil, cotton, anything you can think of, it's all based on supply and demand. Even milk, everything. Now, in the beginning, when Bitcoin started, remember, it was 50 new Bitcoin every 10 minutes. Right now, it's 25 new Bitcoin every 10 minutes. Next, it's going to be 12 and a half. And it's going to literally just keep going less and less new Bitcoin until at a certain point, it's just going to be straight across 21 million, no more new Bitcoin. But yet the growth keeps going up and up to where we can have billions of transactions a day. Again, supply and demand. When your supply goes down and your demand goes up, crazy things can happen. It's already gone from 10 cents to $450. So if you take 2% of the world's, and I don't want to say really money, but let's just say value, and you put that value into Bitcoin, one Bitcoin can be worth between $700,000 and $1 million. 700,000 to 1 million. Just 2% of the world's money goes into Bitcoin. And again, I hate using money, value. Now, a lot of experts, and I'm going to show you some of these guys here in just a minute, they think the price of Bitcoin in the next 3 years could go to $10,000. $10,000 for one Bitcoin in the next 3 years. And what's going to make that really happen? Well, let's take a look at that for a second. All right. All right, I'm going to go to another page here. And this page, I think, is one of the most important pages that you can view to kind of give you an idea of where Bitcoin's really going. And again, it's on CoinDesk. Again, it's on CoinDesk under price and data, and then Bitcoin Venture Capital. Now, on this page, you have lots and lots and lots of different Bitcoin companies. This is what they do in the Bitcoin space, because there's actually a lot of different things going on with Bitcoin. Right now, we're just talking about Bitcoin, the money, but Bitcoin, the technology. You'll also hear blockchain technology. That technology is so special because of the distributed network side of things. So that technology is important, and there's so many different things that can be used with that technology. That's really what 99% of Bitcoin's about. Bitcoin, the money, is really only 1% of what Bitcoin's about. So if you think about 20, 25 years ago, the internet was really considered email. That was the main part of what you would be on the internet for, was just using email. Now, email is a very, very, very small part of what the internet is all about. And Bitcoin technology and Bitcoin money, same kind of things. Right now, it's mostly what we talk about is the money side of it. But 5, 10 years from now, there'll be so many other things. The money side will actually be the small piece of what Bitcoin is. So there's a lot of companies already working on things for the technology. And again, this is the name of the companies, what they do in the space, the money that they're raising, and the people that are giving them the money. But what I think is even more important than the companies and the money and the people giving it to them is the trend. So if we go down here and look, we'll see that in 2012, only $2 million was raised. And it was actually these first 3 companies, Glyph, Coinbase, and BitInstant. 2013, $95 million was raised. 2014, $361 million, and last year, $681 million. If we just take out 2012, just in the past 3 years, we're talking about over $1.1 billion invested. Now, if you go through a list of these different investors that are giving this money, I think what you're going to see is the same as what I see. It's basically a list of the world's richest, smartest people that are investing over $1 billion of their own money into a technology that nobody even knows about. I mean, right now, there's only about 12 to 14 million people, only 12 to 14 million people that even know about Bitcoin and have a Bitcoin wallet. Now, let me just show you a couple companies just real quick. One is BitPay. They've raised over $30 million, and Sir Richard Branson is one of their biggest investors. Then we also have, let me go back up here, a little higher here. We also have Coinbase. Coinbase, in their 3rd round of funding, raised $75 million, total of $106 million. And the New York Stock Exchange was their biggest investor for that money. Also, USAA Bank, which is a huge bank in the U.S., and BBVA, which is the largest bank of Spain, top 5 in all of Europe. This is no joke, the money that's being invested here, and also Andreessen Horowitz, but let's just go up here real quick, and we'll also look at 21 Inc., $116 million on their first round. They also got another 5 in their seed round, so $121 million. Now, this whole crew with Andreessen Horowitz, these are basically the guys that started eBay, PayPal, and Google. And then you got Circle, 50 million, total of 76 million. Goldman Sachs. Here's Chain. Chain raised 30 million, total of 43 million. You got Visa, NASDAQ, Citi Ventures, Capital One. This is no joke here. I mean, these are the world's biggest financial companies in the world that are investing this money. When I saw this, and I was like, whoa, nobody knows about Bitcoin, but all these people are dumping this kind of money into this. They know something. They know something's going on here. I need to pay attention. Now, if all of us, if we knew 20, 25 years ago about the internet, what we know today about the internet, we would all be billionaires. We missed it. It's okay. In fact, most people, when the internet was first starting, were saying things like, why would I spend thousands of dollars for a computer to send you an email? I can just call you. That's just a waste of money. I'm not going to do that. They didn't see the vision of where it could go. The people that did, super ridiculous wealthy now. Now they're the ones dumping the money into the whole Bitcoin world. So I just felt like I needed to pay attention to that, and that's why I just studied and studied and studied and was able to get involved with Bitcoin and Bitclub Network. Now, real quick, I want you guys to think about something. We started this webinar 32 minutes ago. So I just want you guys to answer a question to yourselves. What have I told you about Bitclub Network so far? The answer is nothing. Absolutely nothing. That's what you're going to find about Bitclub Network is that we're very, very different from other network marketing type companies. Most network marketing type companies are going to tell you why their company's the greatest, why the people behind the company are the greatest, why their products are the greatest, their services are the greatest, their ingredients are the greatest. We're the greatest. Our comp plan's the greatest. That's fine. You know, Bitclub Network, we're a little bit different. We do Bitcoin mining, and we do Bitcoin mining with machines that lots of other people do Bitcoin mining with. Their machines are the same as our machines. Their electricity is the same as our electricity. It's basically all the same. The only difference is we're the only company, legitimate network marketing company in the Bitcoin space doing Bitcoin mining. We're it. So if you get involved with Bitcoin mining with any other business, there's no money to be made. If you're happy, which I think you will be, and you refer other people, they give you nothing. We're the only group of people that will actually give you something. And I want to show you this real quick, exactly how this works. So again, these are the blocks of Bitcoin here at the top, and you can actually click on over here where it says more. And what's cool is completely transparent. So if you wanted to, you could hit previous, 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 and go all the way back, almost 410,000 blocks back to the very first block of Bitcoin. And you can scroll down, you know, this basically shows like one day. Oh, hang on a second. Hang on a second here, sorry. Oh, hang on everybody. Joe was just telling me he couldn't see anything. Hopefully you guys can see it now. Oh, all right. Hopefully it's working now. All right. So on here, you can actually see Bitclub Network, Bitclub Network, Bitclub Network. And you can actually go and look at all this. It's completely transparent. Blockchain has been around way before Bitclub Network started. Same with CoinDesk, been around way before Bitclub Network started. And you can even go down here, hang on, down here on blockchain, and you'll see mining pool stats. And if you click on that, this will show you all of the top biggest Bitcoin mining operations. And you'll see Bitclub Network on there. And if you go down here, and this is just the past 4 days, we've hit 19 blocks in the past 4 days, which is kind of low actually. And so if we click on that, you can see the past 19 blocks that we've hit. Now what's really cool about this, like I said, it's completely transparent. So if you click on the hash of any of these, I'll just click on the last one, you'll see Bitclub Network. You'll see how many transactions there were in that block. And then you'll see Bitclub Network hit it. And then you'll see the block reward is 25 Bitcoin. Then you'll see newly generated coins, and they were deposited into this Bitcoin wallet. Now, if you click on this, you'll know this is a Bitclub Network Bitcoin wallet. And on here, you'll see newly generated coins, and you can even see the date and time. So newly generated coins, newly generated coins, newly generated coins. This is all from Bitcoin mining, and you can scroll down here and you can see that there's a lot of transactions, not really transactions, but blocks of Bitcoin that we've hit. And you can see that there's actually many pages, and you can go through all the pages if you want to. And what's really cool is that this is one of the accounts that's been running for 9 or 10 months now, where we've been mining Bitcoin. And so far, 20,236 Bitcoin have been mined into this wallet, and there's still 7,154 Bitcoin in that wallet right now. Now, I can actually change it on here so we can see it in USD. Just kind of give you an idea. So that's over $9 million that's been mined, 3.2 million that's sitting there right now. Now, what does that mean? That means in the past 9 or 10 months, we've mined over $9 million worth of Bitcoin that's been split by the members of Bitclub Network. That's huge. That is so awesome. Now, you can also go to, oh, forgot to pull it up. Let me pull up another page for you. So this page is bitclubpool.com, and on here you can see how much power we're running the last time we hit a block, and I recommend going to the pool stats page, and you can get a lot of info on here. So you can see all the hashing power that we have running live in real time. And you can see the last 5, 10, 25, 50, 100, 250, 500 blocks, all time. You can even go and see all the blocks that we've ever hit. If you click on any of these numbers, like the number of the block, it'll actually take you to blockchain, to that actual block where you can view it. So you can go through here and check out everything, completely transparent. Now, what's really cool about this is that you can even see how lucky or unlucky we're getting. And just so you know, it's differential percentage that tells you the luck, differential percentage. So in other words, if it's at 100, that's not lucky or unlucky. If it's below 100, we're lucky. If it's above 100, we're unlucky. So if we look at, block after block, so 93, it's about, on the money. 106, about on the money. 102, kind of on the money. 192, unlucky. 46, lucky. 145, unlucky. 176, unlucky. But then we got stuff like 11, 24. So here's an 8. Here's a 0.72 when we hit a block back to back. 48, 49. So we get lucky, we get unlucky. But over time, it's basically pretty close. So in the last 500 blocks, it's almost at 100. So it's kind of on the money. As far as not really being lucky or unlucky. But here's a really cool one I want to show you. The last 100 blocks has taken us 19 days. So 100 blocks times 25 Bitcoin in a block, that's 2,500 Bitcoin, times $450. That comes out to a little over $1.1 million worth of Bitcoin that's been mined in the past 19 days that's split between Bitclub Network members. In other words, if no more new people join Bitclub Network at all from this moment forward, it's okay. The past 19 days, Bitclub Network members have received over $1.1 million worth of Bitcoin. We don't need new people. This is the only passive program on the planet that I know of where if no more new people join, it's okay. It won't collapse. Every other passive program on the planet, now I could be wrong, but I haven't had one that's proved anything to me yet. And I don't really work good on people telling me things. You got to show me and prove it to me. So until somebody can prove something to me, those are all Ponzi schemes. And if they don't continually have more and more and more new people join month over month, they're going to collapse. Even if they slow down a little bit, they're going to collapse. This will never collapse. We don't need the new people. Now, having said that, we want new people. We definitely want to have lots and lots and lots of new people because the mining is just our first revenue stream, and this was the way to get started really, really easy. With mining, people join, we buy computers, we plug them in. More people join, we buy more computers, we plug them in. We can scale it up very, very, very quickly. Where with other platforms with making money in cryptocurrency and Bitcoin, you really need the distribution channel built first. So this was a way to build the distribution channel, but we're working on so many other different things that we're now just getting ready to start launching. So first, let me explain to you the money that we can make in Bitcoin. All right, so let me get my little pen out here again real quick. I'm just going to use this page to write on. Apologize. If you just buy Bitcoin, I think it's a great investment. Now, me personally, I'm not selling my Bitcoin. My Bitcoin is not for sale at all, and Bitclub Network does not sell Bitcoin at all. We do Bitcoin mining. But if you buy Bitcoin, I think it is an awesome, awesome, awesome investment. And if you were to buy $3,600 worth of Bitcoin, right now you're going to get about 8 Bitcoin, I think. You guys can do the math, tell me if I'm right or wrong, but I think it's about 8 Bitcoin for $3,600. And if the price over the next 3 years goes to 10,000, then that means you'd be sitting on $80,000. That is an awesome investment. 3,600 into 80,000 in 3 years would be awesome. Now, even if it only went to 1,000 for one Bitcoin, still 8 grand from 3,600, still a great investment. But again, we do mining, so we don't sell Bitcoin. Now, if you put that same amount into Bitcoin mining, I think over the next 3 years, you could be sitting on anywhere from 25 to 50 Bitcoin. And everybody, is everything running smooth for everybody, or is it frozen? So I had one person tell me that it's frozen, but I didn't know if it's frozen for everybody or just his computer's frozen. So just thought I'd ask real quick. So yeah, 3,600 for Bitcoin mining instead of buying. I think you'll have between 25 and 50 Bitcoin. Now again, if the price goes to 10,000 in the next 3 years, you're looking at $250,000 to $500,000 from a $3,600 investment. Now again, if it only goes to 1,000, still sitting on 25,000 to 50,000. The whole point is that if you just buy it and sit on it, I think that's a great, great, great investment. I just think it's a better investment to put it into Bitcoin mining, and that's why I put so much into Bitcoin mining. And oh, Joe, everybody's telling me it's really smooth and it's working good, so it's on your end, bro. So that's the whole point there. Now, when we started Bitclub Network, this is all anybody got. Like, there was nothing else. Like, it was just Bitcoin mining. And then we came up with some other ideas and some other things to put into the program also. And one of the things that we did is we started what's called Club Coin, and it's a different cryptocurrency similar to Bitcoin. We don't sell Club Coin at all. We actually give Club Coin away. So we started it, we pre-mined a lot of it, and we just decided, hey, let's just give it to everybody. So even all the way back to the very beginning, on the first day that we had started, we gave it away. Now, again, we didn't even come with the idea for like the first 6 or 7 months that we were going. And then when the idea was came upon, that's when we decided, you know what, we're going to do this, we're going to give it to everybody. So everybody gets Club Coin, and for the rest of this year, everybody that joins gets Club Coin free. And the way we do it is, and actually I'm going to do starting tomorrow, because this is the last day for the month of April. So May will be, for every $8, that someone spends, you will get 1 Club Coin. Now, this is for May we're talking about. Now, if you come in as a founder, and by the way, you can come in for as low as $599, and then a founder has one of each of the pools. So there's a 99 and then a 500, 1,000, and 2,000. If you buy one of all of those, it's $3,599, basically $3,600. Now, if you do that, you're going to get an extra 1,000 Club Coin bonus. So 1,000 bonus. So a founder will get, oops, B-O-N-U-S. Sorry. So a founder is going to get just under 1,500 Club Coin. So I just want to run that by you. I hope you guys are taking some notes. And we're going to talk about Club Coin and why the potential is so big here. All right, so give me 1 second here. Now, 1 second. All right, so this is the Club Coin page, clubcoin.co. Now, Club Coin is a proof of stake coin, not a proof of work coin. Bitcoin is proof of work. Bitcoin, you need equipment, and equipment costs a lot of money. And by the way, you can see videos on our website of our mining operation. We have mining operations in Iceland. I totally forgot to show you guys that. So let me pull that up here real quick. Mining pool. And I'm going to cover a lot of stuff for everybody, just so you guys know. We've got a lot of updates to cover for everybody. All right, so this is our mining pool page, and this is a video of our Iceland facility. It's 1 minute. You can go and check it out, and it just goes through everything about all of our machines and all the mining that we do. But with Club Coin, it's actually proof of stake, and the way proof of stake works is all you have to do is have your wallet open. Oh, sorry, that's not going to work. All you have to do is have your wallet open. So you can download a Windows wallet or a Mac wallet or Linux. And by the way, about 2/3 of all of the two-thirds of all the cryptocurrencies in the world are proof of stake. Only about 1/3 are proof of work, like Bitcoin. And we're the first, and I think so far the only proof of stake that has a Mac wallet. Also, we just got an Android wallet for your phone up and running. That's on CoinOmi, C-O-I-N-O-M-I. So CoinOmi, O-M-I. And you can actually go set that up and get Club Coin directly to your phone if you want to, or your desktop. Now, for Club Coin, you would do a withdrawal for your Club Coin. It would go to your wallet on your computer, and you can stake it. Now, all you have to do is leave your wallet open. You don't have to do anything else. Just leave the wallet open. And by doing that, the whole network is using your coins as votes towards verifying transactions. And so when new coins are being generated, you'll be getting some of those coins. For the first 2 years, it'll be 20% new coins that are generated. The third and fourth year, 10% new coins are generated. And then fifth and sixth, 5%. And it just keeps going in half and half every 2 years until year 17, no more new coins are generated. All right, so if you don't want to do that yourself, you can actually do it in your Bitclub network back office. So you just click here, and we do some testing on my account here. But if you just click on this, you'll see virtual staking pool, and you can actually stake your coins. So however many coins you have, you can stake them yourself. Now, I know there's a lot of people in India and in Asia and in Europe that have been buying a lot more Club Coin. So if you want to buy more Club Coin, you can, or if you want to sell your Club Coin, because you can sell your Club Coin also, you can do that on Bittrex. Now, Bitclub Network is not selling any Club Coins at all. So on Bittrex, you have people that have gotten their Club Coin for free, and then they want to sell them, and they go on here and they sell them. And you have other people that go, whoa, I think the price could be huge for this. I want to go buy them. So you can see on here, here's Club Coin right here, and you can see the prices that it's going for. Right now it's going for about 20 cents, 20, 21 cents, something like that, if you want to buy or sell. So that's available right now. Now, if you wanted to stake it with Bitclub Network and you buy more on Bittrex, you can always just send it a support ticket, send it, and stake it. Totally up to you how you want to do it. If you do it on your own, again, should come out to about 20% in a year. What does that mean? That means if you have 10,000 Club Coin and you leave the wallet open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for a whole year, theoretically, you should end up getting about 2,000 more coins. You might get a few more, you might get a few less, but it should be about 2,000, 20%. So you'd have 12,000 at the end of 1 year. And then second year, same thing. And then third year, it's going to drop down to 10%. Now, all of the cryptocurrencies, let me pull these up real quick. Oops, wrong one. So this is World Coin Index. Let me click on this real quick. So all of these numbers over here on these coins are all based on the 24-hour volume, how much is being bought and sold. But I actually have them lined up by market cap. So Bitcoin's number 1 for both. Ethereum is number 3 as far as 24-hour volume, but number 2 as far as market cap. And then you get it past that. So you can see Club Coin, we're number 12 as far as market cap, but number 34 as far as daily volume. Now, your market cap is how many coins you have times how much the coins are selling for. That's your market cap. All of this is based on supply and demand. And you can see here, this is tracking exactly what's going on with the prices of these. So you can see some are going up, some are going down, some are going up, some are going down, some spike and then come back down. I mean, there's every kind of chart that you can think of on here, but you can see that's all based on supply and demand. So we started Club Coin, gave it away to everybody, but to really make some opportunity to go along with it, we have to create demand. So another thing that we're doing that is kind of interacting with Club Coin is we're starting our own payment solution. And it's going to be very similar to BitPay. And real quick, I just want to show you guys real quick. Hang on 1 second here. Hang on a second. All right, so now I have my whole screen. Should be sharing my screen. And by the way, here's the Club Coin wallet, and you can see staking, and you can see all the little hammers. These are blocks being mined, but I don't have to do anything. It just does it on its own. But real quick, I just want to show you a logo. So it's not really ours. It's completely separate. But CoinPay is the payment solution that's going to be working directly, interacting with Club Coin. And let me kind of explain what we're doing here. So let me pull up BitPay. So if you guys remember when we were looking at Venture Capital, We were looking at the venture capital page. BitPay's raised over $30 million, and they have over 60,000 businesses. Well, now they say trusted by thousands of global businesses and organizations. They used to say over 60,000. So I don't know, maybe they lost some people. I don't know. But they have some big ones: Microsoft, PayPal, NetTeller, Virgin. A lot of big organizations use their platform to accept Bitcoin. And there's a lot of different reasons you would need a platform like a Bitcoin wallet you can receive and send. So if you have a restaurant and you're going to accept Bitcoin and your waitress is going to use the Bitcoin wallet to accept the Bitcoin, that waitress could then send the Bitcoin to herself if she wanted to, where a platform would do it where it would go in, but only the owner would have access to it. But any employee could still use it to accept Bitcoin. And then another thing, these platforms, they turn the Bitcoin into regular dollars or whatever fiat currency that somebody wants, wherever country they're in, and sends it to their bank account automatically. So you can see Bitcoin payments deposited to your bank account. So we've been working on a very similar solution. The programmers that have been building it, they think the technology is next level above what BitPay is. But let's just say it's the same. With BitPay, they have a great solution for accepting Bitcoin. But to a business, the most important thing is not being able to accept Bitcoin or accept cash or accept Visa or MasterCard. The most important thing to any business is getting customers. And when we go and talk to businesses and we show them our simple platform and let them know that if they don't want to keep the coins, they don't have to keep Club Coin or Bitcoin, they can have cash in their bank account, no problem. But it's very similar to a few other big businesses like this. But we have tens of thousands of members from all over the world that we will let them advertise and market to and not charge them anything out of pocket to advertise. That's a huge thing. That would get me, if I owned a business, to switch from BitPay over to CoinPay instantaneously because I want new business. I want customers. Now, the only thing that we're going to ask of these businesses, if we let you advertise to our members, no charge up front at all, basically what we're looking for is for our members to receive a discount. If our members come in to do dry cleaning and they bring in 4 shirts, do 1 for free. If our members come in and buy a pizza, give them a Coke for free. Just do something small. Give them a 5, 10, 15, 20% discount. We're going to bring you new business. And most businesses are going to say, and I don't have to pay you up front for advertising. Nope. We're going to send you the customers. Okay. How do I know it's your members and not just somebody else that found out that I was accepting Bitcoin? Because our members will pay with Club Coin. So now we're talking about having a platform that any of our members can sign up any business anywhere in the world. Anytime any of those businesses do a transaction, our members are going to be paid. Not just the member that signed it up, but the upline also. So if you have a downline of 1,000 people, they sign up one business, that's 1,000 businesses, you'll get a little bit on every Bitcoin or Club Coin transaction that any of those 1,000 businesses do. It's huge, huge. Now, what does that do for Club Coin? Imagine if we have 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, 50,000, 100,000 businesses that are giving a discount if you use Club Coin. So if you go to Bittrex, and on Bittrex, you can change Bitcoin into Club Coin. And you can see right on here for Club Coin, right now it's 0.00045290 Bitcoin for 1 Club Coin, which comes out to about 20 cents. So if you can change $100 worth of Bitcoin into $100 worth of Club Coin, and your fee is basically going to be 0.25%, so 0.25. 25 cents. But if you can save $5, $10, $15, $20 or percent, whichever way you want to say it, that's huge. We're going to have so many people buying and using Club Coin to save money. That's going to create massive, massive, massive demand. Now, we're not selling Club Coin. Club Coin is free. But I just want to give you an idea of where I think this is going. If you sign up and you want to sell your Club Coin tomorrow, you can absolutely do that, no problem. No problem. But I just want you to think about something. I met people that paid 5 cents for Bitcoin, 10 cents for Bitcoin, 25, 50 cents. I know people that bought Bitcoin at those prices. Just remember, the people that bought Bitcoin for 10, 25, 50 cents, there was someone that sold them that Bitcoin for 10 cents or 25 cents or 50 cents. So I think Club Coin, end of the year, we could see $3, $5, maybe even $8 for one Club Coin, because this platform is getting ready to get launched. We're very, very, very close. There's so many big things happening with it. We just haven't been talking about it much, but it's getting really, really close. And there's some big businesses that we're talking to where this could be pretty major, like major, major. I think the end of next year, 2017, we could see over $20. Then over the next 3, 4, 5 years, it could get crazy. And the reason I say it could get crazy is because, remember, all of these other cryptocurrencies are all tied into Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, you can exchange for fiat currency anywhere in the world, just about any fiat currency you can think of. But all the other ones get exchanged between Bitcoin. So if the price of Bitcoin were to shoot up 3% right now, basically the price of Club Coin would go up 3% because it's still going to be the same amount of Bitcoin to buy one Club Coin. So if all of a sudden there's thousands, tens of thousands of different platforms that people are using for Bitcoin, and all of a sudden we get, 300 million, 500 million, a billion people using Bitcoin, and the price shoots up to 10, 15, 20, 30,000 for one Bitcoin, it's not going to be crazy for Club Coin to go up to $100 or $200 or $300 for one Club Coin. Right now, the market cap for Bitcoin, I want to show you guys this real quick. The market cap for Bitcoin right now is about $6.7 billion. It's a lot of money. But when you really think about it, it's nothing. It's nothing. It's not even a small cap stock on Wall Street. It's actually very, very, very tiny when you think about this could become the money of the world in the future. And people thought it was just crazy and unheard of when Bitcoin had a market cap of $1 million and then 10 million and then 100 million. People were like, oh my gosh, it's crazy. Like, people think 6.69 billion is a lot. It's not. The market cap for Bitcoin can be $1 trillion. It can be $2 trillion. No joking around. It can be massive. Right now, Club Coin has a market cap of like 10 million. If all of a sudden, not all of a sudden, but over time, if Bitcoin gets $1 trillion market cap, it's nothing for Club Coin to have 3, 5, 10 billion dollar market cap. It's still a little minute percentage of what Bitcoin is. But you know what that would mean? We're all rich. We all get rich. Now, yes, we missed that 4,500 times growth for Bitcoin. We're going to get lucky to get, 30, 40, 50 times growth over the next 5, 6, 7, 10 years. But Club Coin, all of our members, we got a shot at that. We got a shot at going from, 20 cents to go to $200. We have a shot at that. So this could be really, really fun. And again, we're just building a distribution channel. So we got the Club Coin, we got the platform, but we're also working on some other things I don't want to talk about right now, but we're working on some other really, really, really amazing different revenue streams to get everybody involved in so many different things in the Bitcoin world. And I mean, we can do anything. That's the beautiful thing about this. With the revenue stream, we can add any type of platform that you can think of with Bitcoin. And if somebody comes up with some amazing technology for Bitcoin, we have the distribution channel. We can take that technology and put it into our distribution channel, and everybody makes money. All right, so any questions from anybody, please throw them at me. We'll still cover a lot more on this. I'm not going to hang up anytime soon, and we will stay on until every question is answered. So if you have any questions, throw them at me, and I will start going through these. All right. Mega Project Malaysia. All right. Hey, Mr. Russ, pardon me, just one very blunt question. Can you tell us more about the ownership on the website Bitclub Network? Who owns the site? I don't know that there's really a person that owns it. There's a group of people that are all part of it. If I told you all their names, you really wouldn't know who any of them were anyways. Oh, wait, hang on. Let me finish the question first. If, say, in worst case scenario, the website goes missing from the internet, what is the contingency plan that we have in place? Your response, please. Contingency plan if the website goes down from the internet. Well, the website's not going to go down from the internet. If it does go down from the internet, it will come up on a different website. You don't have to worry about that too much. And kind of the whole point of the people who do run this, like the programmers and everybody that are really behind this whole thing, the whole point of them kind of being anonymous is two different things. The one that benefits you the most is if nobody knows who they are, there's no way to come stop anything. All of the computer equipment that's mining Bitcoin is safe. All of the web hosting and everything like that is safe. Everything is super safe. Nobody can just walk in and turn all of our stuff off and go, well, we're going to investigate you, and this will probably take 2 or 3 years, and then 2 or 3 years from now, if everything's legit, we'll give all your stuff back, but then all of our members lost everything. So that's the first issue. Second issue is more of a Bitcoin is so new and it's so unknown, nobody knows what to expect. And what's so important about that is that nobody knows in any country what laws they could pass on Bitcoin and make them retroactive. Right now, there is no law in any country that anybody's aware of that says if you mine a block of Bitcoin and there's 25 Bitcoin in it, you owe our government 1 Bitcoin. Like, that doesn't exist. Could that change? It could. Could a country make it retroactive? They could. And if Bitclub Network were listed in any certain place, all of a sudden they'd be responsible, and now the whole deal would be shut down and members lose again. So everything's really set up to try and make it as transparent as possible, but also very anonymous. So Bitclub Network is probably the most anonymous network marketing company in existence, and it's also the most transparent network marketing company in existence. There is no office, there is no business license up to this point yet, and some people are really uncomfortable with that. That's okay. What I just tell people is, if you're uncomfortable, don't join. I mean, you're not going to hear me pressure anybody at all ever to join Bitclub Network. Bitcoin alone, the whole idea of having a currency that's not controlled or run or managed by any person, entity, or government, that just sounds crazy to begin with. But it's working, and the world's richest, smartest people are dumping tons and tons and tons of money into it. So that's already crazy. But then when you start talking about, the mining aspect and then network marketing on top of it, and some people get uncomfortable, I understand. But this is the one thing I will say. I've been involved in network marketing for over 20 years. I've seen a lot of companies come and go. I've been a part of a lot of companies that have come and go. And there's a company called OxyFresh, and they were in business still are in business actually. So over 20 years, network marketing, nutritional products, and network marketing had a lot of really good, like teeth type, like mouth products for your teeth, like oral products, and good line of nutritional products. And about a year and a half ago, they made a decision to stop paying their reps. And they were publicly traded, so it was either go out of business or stop paying their reps. And they decided to stop paying their reps. So if you had been there from the beginning and you had been there for 20 years, publicly traded, nutritional, like amazing, amazing company, got your paycheck every month for 20 years. And then the next month it was, sorry, you're not getting paid anymore. We're still in business. We're keeping your whole downline of customers, but you're not getting paid anymore. If that can happen in network marketing, nobody is safe in any company. Now, a lot of people would go, well, why would we want to be involved in network marketing if that could happen? Well, I used to be in the electrician union, and I had a company that went out of business, and they owed me my check for 2 weeks of work, and it was, sorry, we're out of business now, you're not getting paid. So I had it happen to me when I was doing construction, and that was just one example. It happened other times also. But if I look at the money I've made over my 20-year career in network marketing, there's nothing that me personally, a high school dropout, could go and get involved with and make the money that I've made in network marketing. It's just, if it exists, I don't know about it. Because I'm not a professional athlete, I'm not an actor, and I've made that kind of money. So, you know, it's kind of one of those landmines I got to deal with. And I have dealt with. I mean, I've been through a lot of stuff that most people would have been like, I'm done with this industry. That's why people are like, wow, you've had so many huge downlines. Why have you built so many huge downlines? Things happen. But it's been set up to really be safe for everyone. So I gave you kind of a long answer to your question. So I hope I answered it for you okay. But, I mean, really the answer is if you're uncomfortable, just don't join. And I'll understand if you don't. You won't hurt my feelings. I promise I will understand. We got a lot of questions. I love questions, by the way. Whenever I do meetings, like I've been doing a lot of meetings around the world where we have, 50, 100, 200 people, and I always take questions. And I always tell people, look, because all the time people will ask me questions in the hallway afterwards, and I'm like, why didn't you ask me that in the meeting? The only questions I don't like are the ones that people ask me in the hallway. I just want the ones so I can answer for everybody. Andre, how do you see the discussion regarding the block size? I really don't get I don't get involved in the block size debate. I really don't care. There are probably 10 different solutions that all work just fine, but everybody's trying to get the headlines of it's my solution they picked. So they all have allegiances of people behind them, all these main programmer guys, and they all work. So it's just which one are they going to choose? And I really can't, put anything forward that would help the discussion at all. And I really don't care. I know everything's going to be just fine. It's a lot of the world's smartest programmers working on this kind of stuff. So, yeah, I'm not worried about it at all. And the guys that we work with, like at Bitfury and at Bitmain, they handle all that end of things, and they're not worried. And they kind of have the direction that they feel is correct, and we just kind of follow their lead on that. We really trust them. So yeah, I don't really pay attention to that. John, when is the merchant platform launching? Okay, so 2 things. Number 1, we decided we're not going to say merchant in the name anymore because it makes me and other people think of merchant accounts, and merchant accounts are evil and screw everybody over. So we're going to try to not use the word merchant. We're going to go with smart payment app. So payment platform, payment application, smart payment app. We're going to go with those. So that's the first piece. And the second piece, when it's ready. Originally, we thought it would be ready in January when we first started working on it. But I should have known that that wouldn't even be close. And I know right now it's really, really, really close to being ready. It's just a few more little things. And again, I'm not one of the guys working on it. I am not a programmer at all. We have some of the best guys in the world working on this thing. And trust me, if I could do anything that would make it happen any faster, I would do it. If it was, give money, I would do it. Whatever it takes, I would do it to make it happen faster. It's going as fast as it can. It's just about there. I'm tired of talking about it. I want everybody to start using it. And we got a lot of people with a lot of businesses ready to go on it. So, yeah, there's nobody that wants this faster than, myself. Because every day I get asked, when's it launching? When's it launching? As soon as it's ready, I promise you, we will not delay it if it's ready to go. Yes, absolutely. I'll make sure that this goes out to everybody, the recording of this webinar, absolutely. And Bitclub Network has a YouTube channel. This will be put up there on it. So just go to YouTube and search Bitclub Network. You'll see Bitclub Network YouTube channel. Johnson, hello Russ, JLK from Malaysia. My question, what is this about Bitclub Network moving out of the USA? Actually, Bitclub Network was never stationed in the US, so nobody's moving out. Bitclub Network is just not going to be accepting any more new people from the US. Couple reasons. Well, really, it's really one main reason, to be honest with you, and that is that the U.S. is kind of crazy and insane when it comes to dealing with network marketing. You got a company like Vima that's 10 years old, amazing products, amazing people, and literally just walk in there one day and shut the company down. Just walk in and shut everything down. It's horrible. It's horrible, horrible, horrible what goes on there. So Bitclub Network at this moment has 0 issues in the U.S. No issues whatsoever. But it's only like 3 or 4% of all of the people in Bitclub Network are in the U.S. But yet, if you look at what could happen in the future, whether we're talking about 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, or 5 years, or 10 years from now, 90% of the danger that could possibly ever happen, that we could ever imagine happening, would be because of the U.S. So why risk anything for anybody? There's just no reason for it. Again, we're trying to keep everybody safe. People that are in the U.S., that are already in, no issues whatsoever. Look, there's always solutions for everything. So, I mean, if you have someone in the U.S. that's like, oh, I got to get in, just figure out a solution. I mean, there's solutions. You just got to figure out a solution. But it's the safe thing to do. And there's a lot of very, 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 very super connected people in this world that want to do business with Bitclub Network and won't as long as we do business in the U.S. So we're just trying to do the best for all of our members. Might not make any sense sometimes, but it's the best, I promise you. Johnson, what is the significance of CNY peg to gold rather than USD? You talking about like Chinese yuan pegged to gold rather than USD? I haven't studied anything about that. I don't know if they just changed something, but I don't think there's any currency in the world that's pegged to gold. Like no currency in the world is pegged to gold that I know of at all. David, hey, how you doing, David? David,
Why would we ask that? Private. Just let them be. They are changing the world and taking on the big banks' assassins. That's very true. Johnson, if all the world's central banks start moving back to a gold standard, can Bitcoin survive without gold backing? Johnson, you are now talking about unicorns and beanstalks. That's not reality. There is no bank, no government that is going to change back to a gold standard. The gold is gone. If you think that there's gold to back whatever, that's not the case. And if you look at the way the gold standard was, it was like, here's a $20 bill and it's good for 1 ounce gold coin. So if you pegged a currency to gold or whatever, now your currency is going to be fluctuating around all over the place, the same as gold does. And if you go in to get your gold, I doubt they're going to have the gold. Like, I really don't think that's going to happen. So yeah, we're talking about just crazy unicorn stories if you think that that will ever happen. Like that, never, 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 never. Oh, and by the way, Bitcoin is better than gold. And let me explain why. I have gold in my pocket right now. If I take gold into Starbucks and I say, give me a large Frappuccino, and then I hold out my gold and I say, here, just scrape off your little $5 worth, they're not going to do that. Gold is a store of value. You cannot do commerce with it. People call it money, like the one true money, but it's really not, because you can't do commerce. Whereas Bitcoin, it not only is a store of value, but you can also do commerce with it. In fact, most people don't realize that anywhere in the world that accepts a US dollar gift card, and I'm talking about Starbucks, any Starbucks in the world that accepts a US dollar gift card can use Fold app to save 20% off at Starbucks. There's so many discounts you can get using Bitcoin. I've saved thousands of dollars in the past year using Bitcoin off of fees. So yeah, I think Bitcoin will be just fine no matter what banks do, but thinking they're going back to a gold standard, never, ever, ever. David, and free as possible. Sorry, not question, just feedback. Keep rocking it. Thanks, David. Thank you, sir, for the clarification. My name is Yusuf. Nice to meet you, Yusuf. I don't know if I've met you before. I've met 1,000 people in Malaysia, so didn't know if I met you there or not. But if not, I'll see you the next time I'm there. Centurion Club. We got a bunch of Centurion Clubs on here, by the way. Greetings from Centurion Club, Germany. I don't know if I met you when I was in Germany. I met a lot of people in Germany, traveled all over Germany and Austria for Bitclub Networks. I don't know if I met you when I was there, but if not, I'll see you next time I'm there. David, more people might want the same info. Give them the webinar, absolutely. Yeah, smart payment solution, yeah. What about Dubai? What about Dubai? In fact, I was just in Dubai. So I don't know what you're asking about Dubai. When? Best webinar ever, by the way. Oh, thank you. No USMN? I don't understand. Susan, I don't speak German. I apologize. Get somebody there to translate, please. Hannah, hello, Hannah and Musa from South Africa. We are mad about Bitclub Network. We eat, sleep, and breathe it. I know you do, Hannah. And by the way, everybody, Hannah and her team there in South Africa are just going crazy doing meetings, and just they're on fire. And myself and some other guys in their upline, we're going to be going to South Africa, I believe, in June. And yeah, I'm excited to get there, so I can't wait to see you, Hannah. Let's see here. Any other questions? Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm going to be getting that out there. I'm still waiting on the final details. I should have here really soon. Yeah, we are going to do a leadership meeting in Dubai. Working on that. Again, I'm waiting on the final details on it, and that'll be the beginning, first week of June. You have to be a minimum of a builder to go, and I'll have the price list of everything. But yeah, we're going to be doing that, but hadn't really announced it yet because I don't have the details. But you'll get it. You'll get it. Everybody will see that. Ryan Feisch. Beef me. That's funny. You're welcome. Russ, this is the most informative and amazing webinar ever. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming on. I appreciate it. And yeah, well, look, here's the thing I can tell you guys is that we're just getting started. A lot of us that were here in the very, very, very beginning when we first started Bitclub Network are more excited today than when we were when we started. If you could hear some of us talking like when nobody else is listening, that's the kind of stuff you would be hearing about, is that there's so much stuff now getting launched. Most passive programs that after they've been going for a year and a half or 2 years, they're working on their exit strategy because now all of a sudden they're having to pay so much and not that much is coming in and they got issues. Where we don't have that issue at all. None. We're good. So we're just looking at, going to the next platform. So when we start, signing up all these businesses for our smart payment solution, our smart payment app, we should have more platforms ready to go within 3, 4, 5 months after that. So it's just always going to be, the next thing. We're never going to run out of things to add to this. It's just awesome. Oh, real quick, let me just cover a couple quick little things. That's one thing that amazes me about Bitclub Network is that most people are excited and ready to join Bitclub Network just because of what we're about, not even really having anything to do with the compensation plan. Like, that's what's just incredible about this. And yet our comp plan is so awesome, not really because of the design of it, because really compensation plans, it's just about how much do you pay out. And, most companies pay out anywhere from 35 to 45, maybe 50%. That's the reality, is 35 to 50%. That's what's true. When companies say, oh, we pay out this, we pay out that, it's a bunch of bull crap. That's what's real. It's 35 to 50%. And some people like binaries, some people hate binaries. Some people like matrices, some people hate matrices. There's different types of comp plans, and they're all a matter of opinion. And I learned from an old timer a long time ago, he goes, Russ, the comp plan doesn't matter. He goes, when you sponsor 200 people personally, you're going to have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds on your second level and thousands on your third and fourth level. He goes, the comp plan just doesn't matter. I was like, that makes so much sense. So I just always try to sponsor 100 to 200 people in whatever business that I join. So the comp plan just won't matter at all. But what does matter is active people. And I have people all the time that are like, oh, yeah, I got a downline of 10,000 people. I got a downline of 100,000 people. Just met a guy in India. He had a downline. He has currently a downline of 3 million people. But I was like, well, how many are active? Like, when you start asking people how many are active, then all of a sudden the story changes a little bit. Because it's hard to keep people active in network marketing when you got to keep pulling out of your pocket. And a Bitclub Network is just one time, and then the residuals are coming from the repurchases. So people are getting Bitcoin from the mining, and then they have to make a repurchase so we can buy the the latest, greatest, best equipment that's coming out so we can, keep competing. But that means 100% of your downline is active, 100%. And so what that does, and right now, I think Bitclub Network probably is about 11,000 people, something like that. It's not very many people. People think we have, 100,000 people. Not at all. We got like 11,000, maybe 12,000. It's not that many. But this is one of my back offices. I got a few. And I'll just show you a couple things. Now, this is what's still available. And over here you can see already been withdrawn, 1,700. So over 2,500. So over $1 million in a year and a half. And that's with like 11,000 people, built up to 11,000 people over a year and a half. But what's really cool is that you see all the repurchases, and when you're getting paid over and over and over again on all of those people, it can get pretty crazy. So on each page, there are 25 commission records on a page, 25 commission records. And so far, I have 46,966 pages. So over 1 million commission records in a year and a half. Now, even if you only had 100 people in your downline, you would have hundreds of pages of commission records. If you have a couple thousand people, you would have thousands and thousands of pages of commission records. And again, if no more new people join, it's okay. It's not going to hurt anybody. We can keep paying everybody every day, every day, every day. Keep paying everybody their residuals every day, every day, every day, every day, even with no more new people joining. I'm telling you, this is the most powerful thing I've ever imagined in network marketing, much less been a part of. I've built some really huge downlines in network marketing. I don't even think I've ever been with a company a year and a half. In 20 years, I don't even think I've been with a company for a year and a half, like worked it hard for a year and a half. And in this, I'm working harder now than ever. I mean, it's just, when I say working hard, it's kind of a weird thing to say, because really all I do is fly around the world to amazing places, meeting amazing people, making great, amazing new friends, staying at awesome hotels, eating at the world's best restaurants. In Dubai, I just had dinner at the world's highest restaurant. It's called Atmosphere, the 122nd floor of the Burj Khalifa. Unbelievable. Those are the kind of places that I'm going, meeting just amazing friends. So when I say I'm working hard, I'm not stopping talking about Bitcoin and Bitclub Network, but it's not really work because I love what I do. So that's just, doesn't really matter what the comp plan is if you're going to get, 11,000 people and have 460 or 46,966 pages of commissions. Yeah, so it's absolutely awesome. Let me see. Did we hit a block while we were doing this? I don't know. Let's go check. Darn it, we did not. I don't think we did. No, didn't hit a block during the webinar. It's always nice when we hit a block during the webinar. Oh, a couple more questions. David, how do I share this live feed to my social, like saying I'm watching this now without leaving the video? The link that you registered on, that's the link you would give them. They can register and go right in immediately. But we're getting ready to finish, so kind of late. Sorry. Thank you, Susan. Need the page in Turkish. I've had a couple people ask for Turkish. Maybe we'll go ahead and get that done. Yeah, man. Yeah, and David, by the way, just so you know, I spent years and years and years in my home office, doing everything over the internet. This was just a little bit different because, like, as you noticed, the first 30 minutes, I never even talked about Bitclub Network at all. All I did was explain Bitcoin. And showing Bitcoin to people face to face has just been amazing. And, having them use it, like sign up for a wallet, give them some Bitcoin, and have people actually experience it instead of telling them about it. That's been really, really, really powerful, and that's why I think we have so many people that are just so dedicated and so solid in Bitclub Network. Like you can't pry them out of Bitclub Network with a crowbar. Like, it's just amazing. All right, so you have a big community in Turkish. Cool, right on. Awesome. Then maybe that'll be one of our next ones. I know Turkey is huge when it comes to network marketing. They're like the 4th or 5th largest country in the world for network marketing. I know they're huge. I know. So, all right, everybody. Well, no more questions. I guess we'll let everybody go. I'll get this webinar recording link up as soon as I can. And thank you guys so much for coming on. We got big things happening. I appreciate all of you. And hope you guys are doing just amazing out there, depending on where you are in the world. And all right, everybody. Well, you guys have a wonderful day or night. And I'll see you guys on the next webinar. Thanks, everybody.